Hey everyone, welcome to our final workshop series focused on local SEO. This workshop will be focused on frequently asked questions and the answers to commonly asked questions that I had to resolve in my agency over the last decade, focused on local SEO, as well as common questions I've got from other freelancers and agency owners. We will get started. Again, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Clifford Almeida. I am the founder of my Audit software that helps agencies deliver value and close more deals using audits. My motto is sales don't just happen, you need to create them. Over the last few weeks, I've been showing you how to use local SEO audits, how to run them, and ultimately present them to deliver value, establish trust, and build authority with your prospects to close the deal. Everything that I have shared works no matter who you serve, whether it's a small mom and pop business or 7- and 8-figure companies. Again, the focus in these workshops have been around local SEO. For those of you who are interested, please know that the first workshop was focused on how you build an offer that's compelling and that your leads and customers actually want, and then how to get some demand for that offer. And in that case, we were speaking again on local SEO. The second workshop was focused on how to run a local SEO audit in a few minutes, and then ultimately analyzing the opportunities for your prospect or customer to be able to understand how to present them. Workshop number 3 that we did last week was focused around presenting it, what to look for, and how to present that specifically to make sure that that information is meaningful, and then close the deal. And again, this workshop is focused specifically on Q&A. If you have any questions, please notate them, put them in the chat, or get ready to ask them. We'll be able to bring you on live. And now I'll kind of jump in and we'll do a deep dive on some of the common questions that I've had to deal with or have been asked over the last decade or so focused on local SEO. So the first one is, why should I offer local SEO services to my clients, right? So I'm going to assume that maybe the person who asked this question is similar to me, where maybe 50, 60, 70% or more of their services as a freelancer, as an agency owner, is web design. All right. So for me, my biggest, again, contextually, these are answers from my perspective, right? So for me, it adds tremendous value while growing their business. All right. And the reason you add value is because you help them grow their business. At the end of the day, I think for the most part, any business owner that runs a business and is for profit is looking to generate more leads and customers from their website. So by offering local SEO, I can get them more visibility, more traffic from ideal customer personas to visit their website and then ultimately inquire about their services. Or if it's an e-commerce website, obviously order the product. So for me, when I'm able to offer SEO along with web design, I'm able to ensure to them that I'm not just the person who helps add a web page or update some content. I'm actually the person that helps them grow their business because of my services. Another great thing is it's a complimentary service. So think about it this way. When you do local SEO, you can tell them, hey, you need new content. So then you are able to take that new content from a copywriter or from them, and then you're adding a page to the website, right? So you're now using your web design service to help with SEO. When you think about on-page optimizations, schema markup, if you end up doing some programmatic SEO where you build out similar pages, but you use coding to pass over custom fields and things like that, then again, you're able to showcase value in your web design services and not just build out basic pages, right? It's a complementary service that ultimately adds more value. It increases client retention because at the end of the day, for you, you're generating more revenue, which increases your recurring revenue or your customer lifetime value. But for them, you have an increased retention because they're working with you in a deeper manner and they're getting better results from the services you're offering, which just means they're with you for a much longer term and you generate more revenue from them as a customer. And our goal with web design is once we build out a website, right, we charge anywhere from 8 to 12,000 for small business websites, or 12 to 24,000. More focused for websites focused more on not just building out a sales and marketing website, but leveraging some dynamic custom post types and functionality in WordPress. We're a WordPress agency, and then from there we're able to put them onto care plans. So our care plans are anywhere from $179 to 329, and then they go up from there. And so that equivalates to a couple of $1,000s a year in customer lifetime value. But when we can add the SEO services, that can anywhere from double to quadruple or more their annual value to us, and then obviously the customer lifetime value. So that's why we offer local SEO services to our clients, okay? And only a small percentage of them use it, and a lot of others, we just kind of roll it up into their care plan as just a value add, okay? So if you run an agency, like, where does the SEO audit actually fit into your process, right? So I mentioned this in the last workshop. Ultimately, when we run the audit, I'm able to leverage it in a few different places. If it's part of a care plan, I might say something like, hey, John, just a heads up, we realized that over the next month or two, you haven't talked to us about specific initiatives you're working on. So what we're going to do is run an SEO audit and then present it to you. If you're okay with it, then over the next couple of months, we'll work towards solving some of your on-page SEO issues. And that's part of my care plan. If they are interested in SEO and they don't want to jump onto a monthly plan that's usually going to run at least 6 to 12 months, then we'll put in a productized offer, which is the higher visibility model, where we charge around $3,000. And I'll kind of cover more details about that. That becomes a productized offer. Same thing when someone comes to us and they're interested in SEO, but they're not ready to commit to a longer term plan, a productized offer, whether that is just a couple of pages being audited and then optimized for $1,000. Again, I'll cover that in a minute, or a larger 90-day retainer, it becomes a productized offer. It's also a great upsell and cross-sell for customers who've been with us for a while. We can tell them, hey, look, you have a great website. We see you're getting a couple of hundred visitors or a couple of thousand visitors. At the end of the day, if we improve your SEO, we can get better results. And so at that time, when they worked with us for 6 to 12 months on their website, it's a great way to upsell and cross-sell SEO services to them by starting with the audit to show them the opportunities. Okay, so when it comes to productized local SEO services, what should I offer? Well, these are the ones we offer. And again, price points are going to be based on who you serve and which part of the world you live in, right? And ultimately what your target market is willing to bear. For us, that might mean running an audit and just a consultation at $249. Then we have the next level up service, which is an audit, a consultation, and then optimization. We always, just because of our agency and our minimum requirements to work with someone, they have to optimize at least 4 pages. They can obviously go 4, 6, 8 pages. It's $249 a page pretty much. And so the productized offer is we run the audit for up to 4 pages. We do the consult to show them and present the information. We then do the optimization for up to 4 pages minimum at $9.99. Then we have the 90-day productized offer. For those of you that weren't on the previous calls, in my web audit for annual pro and agency customers, we have a completely done for you offer. Everything from the emails, the landing page, the VSL, the call, the emails to get them onto the strategy call and follow up with them, as well as the full offer. And so here's just, our landing page with the offer. And really, that's a 90-day service. I'll go into a deep dive of that on the next slides coming up, of what that really includes. That starts at $299, and then we offer local SEO services as well. And those start from $800 for really just mom and pop businesses looking to get some visibility and stay competitive, to $2,500 plus. And those are for companies that are serious. They're generally 7-figure companies looking to generate, over the next 1 to 3 years, another $1 million plus online. And so we're usually working on an SEO package to help dominate in the local area, not just compete. Okay, so really when it comes to analyzing who we want to work with, something I alluded to a little bit in workshop number 2 when we run the audit, I'm looking at a couple of different things to evaluate risk versus opportunity, right? So I'm looking at the on-page SEO. What type of content, how much content do they have? Is it in-depth, or is it just very high-level topical stuff that maybe someone just put together at 5 cents or 10 cents a word with a copywriter, or someone used some AI to put something together? If it's in-depth content, if they have a lot of content, then that's a good sign. Ultimately, I'm looking at the domain authority. How many links do they have? What is the domain authority versus the competition? What is the page authority for some of the keywords versus the competition? I am also looking specifically at their Google business profile, right? Is there a lot of opportunity there? Do they have a lot of reviews? Do they have a lot of photos? What does that look like? Again, workshop number 2 kind of helps analyze that in the reports. And then a big one that we've had questions really just asked in the last couple of weeks is, what do you think about optimizing a company that doesn't have a physical address, right? And for us, whenever they don't have a physical address, that's generally a liability. All right, of course, service area businesses can be ranked and they can do well, but when you're talking about an industry that has a dense population, highly competitive, and you have a lot of the competition already with high domain authority, with a physical address, with a strong GBP, for me, I would rather work with a company like that than one without an address. So for us specifically right now, we do not do SEO. I'm not saying we would never, but we do not have an active customer that only runs with a service area business with no physical address, right? For us, the physical address is not just for GBP, but it's for the local citations, right? It's easy to build local citations once there's an address, but if there isn't a physical address, then that poses a whole long list of challenges. And so these are, for the most part, the high-level metrics we look at for risk versus opportunity to evaluate if we wanted to take someone on, and then potentially what plan do they need to be able to get results. So for those of you that have ran our on-page SEO audit, then you probably know, it really walks you through everything you need to do to be able to get results. And that's super simple. I'll just open this up for those of you that have maybe not seen that. So it's really easy. All you do is jump in, put in a URL, put in the keyword that you're looking to optimize. And we highly recommend focusing on one keyword primarily. They can be secondary keywords, but the idea is to focus on one. And then our tool will literally run through a whole long list of things and tell you what's passed and what's failed. And really, how do you solve the problem? And really, that's it. Okay. So I'm not going to focus on that. And as I mentioned to you, that offer is really for us $249 a page, and up to as many pages as they want, but a minimum of 4 pages. It starts at $1,000. And then the bigger productized service we have is that 90-day plan, which we want to get them results so that we can close them into our monthly retainer afterwards. Really, that higher visibility productized offer starts with a discovery session. I'll say, hey, John, or hey, Jane, we need to spend time understanding who your market is, the area you serve, the type of people you serve, your ICP, your ideal customer profile. Once we know that, we can go ahead and do the keyword research. After doing that, we then do a GBP and an SEO audit where we look at the key service pages and the Google business profile. Part of that is analyzing, oops, I didn't even spell that. Analyze their Google Search Console and Google Analytics to be able to look at what pages really need to be worked on. Then we move forward with the Google business optimization of their profile, as well as the on-page SEO. We then are looking to build some link signals and trust signals. We leverage local citations. And then if for some reason they need to build a review campaign to get more competitive with online reviews and testimonials, we do that. That's actually extra over the $3,000 or $3,500 we may charge. Okay. And then I've covered this before, like what can you really do to help your clients get better GBP and local SERP rankings? For us, similar to the services, obviously, the reason we run through this process is to be able to get better results. So similarly, the services we are looking to do, GBP optimization, local citations, and other link building strategies, on-page SEO, and then content creation and optimization. For me, these are the 4 areas that if I can focus on them well, we can help drive better results. And at the end of the day, it's not just about driving results, but it's about communicating those results specifically to whoever you're offering the services to. And so with Google Business Profile, with our reporting, we're able to track how many calls, obviously how many clicks, and the directions. And then we put a perceived value, or really their perceived value of what a call for a lead is, a click to the website based off of organic and paid traffic, and then directions. And then we're able to tell them, hey, look, like this month, you got a lead call value of $2,400. And as far as the site value traffic goes, if we were doing a paid traffic campaign, it would have been $1,700, right? And for them, now when they're paying us anywhere from $800 to $2,500 or something like that, this starts showing them that they're getting value. But once I am able to now take that in to the website and then analyze the value of what we're giving them on the website, which is the full traffic they got there, the number of calls. So we set up goals, custom events for goals, for calls, clicks, form submissions, chat conversions, conversations, right? Those are all set up as goals. And my dev team goes in and tracks when we build out the website to put all of that in. Again, we put values in, and so then we can show the customer, hey, you had 112 conversions in our report. When you click on that, it shows you what the specific ones are. Here you can see that this website has a tremendous conversion rate. 1 out of 10 people turn into a lead. And then obviously the goal value of that lead is $30,000. Again, as I started this workshop talking to you about the value we deliver, here you can see that it's a 15 to 1, right? You invest $1, you get 15 times that value return on leads. And then even if you close a third of that, you're getting tremendous value. Okay, I've mentioned this before. If you struggle or your clients struggle with GBP issues like suspensions, back in the day, we'd spend hours trying to sort things out. Now you can actually leverage Google Advisor. So this is a little hack/tip to help you save a lot of time and struggle. For those of you that are trying to better understand Google local map rankings and what factors impact that, take a look at White Spark's report. It's really, really good, and it's based off of dozens upon dozens of industry experts providing analysis and research to influence really what data impacts GBP rankings. For those of you that are interested in just Google SERP rankings, there's no better resource than a Backlinko's guide on that, right? So you can take a look at it. There's a lot, like the top 8 factors, the ones usually, and you'll see like ultimately everything here would directly correlate with the services I mentioned here, right? So when you think about quality content, that's creating and analyzing on-page SEO backlinks, citation building and backlink on-page optimization, handling the technical SEO, keyword optimization, that's part of the research we do, user experience, obviously ensuring that it works really well. Schema markup is part of our on-page SEO. Same thing with trust, social, and brand signals. Those are all handled kind of with really some of the information we address in these points here. Okay, so that's great. If you really want a high-level overview of what Google is looking for, again, it's common sense stuff that almost connects with this. It's the content, it's the user experience, and how well the content serves the specific search query. And that's how Google ultimately identifies who to put up in the SERP. For those of you that are in SEO groups, you might have heard of a lot of hype of sites disappearing or being tanked up and down over the years. For us, we follow the best practices of ultimately ensuring that the website is user-friendly. So that's ensuring you have an SSL, paid speed, mobile, user experience, ensuring the content is not just optimized for a keyword, but it really serves the user intent search need. And I would say over the last decade and a half, we've been doing SEO. We've had kind of sways up and down, but nothing crazy. And we believe that comes from really just saying, how do we actually serve the visitor that's visiting the website versus trying to gamify SEO and look for the next gray hat or black hat opportunity. Okay, so hopefully these Q&As have informed you on what you can do in your agency. And if you want to have a further discussion about this, please join our Facebook group on Facebook. It's Facebook group /MyWebAudit. And if you enjoyed this training session, then check out our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, and share. If you found value in this and you think your peers can as well, thank you so much for your time.